All right, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold up, man. You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. He really him, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's really like that, man. It's really like that. Hold the fuck up, man. Hold on. Let me get in my zone. You know what I mean? Hey, I got my dog in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm hyped today, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mic check. 1, 2. We are back. Welcome to the Lost in the Sauce podcast. I'm your host, Sauce. Man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for everybody that's been tapped in with the vibes. Make sure you subscribe. Out East Network. Subscribe. We on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, man. Thank y'all for everybody that's been tapping in, sharing the pod, showing love, DMing, man, just tapping in, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. And we're going to continue to do this and grow this, man. So salute to y'all. Love y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bro, today is honestly, it's truly special, man. It's special. We got a guy in here, man, that I respect, I think more than can just be measured. You know what I mean? Just what he does in his artistry, how he moves, the way he carry himself, man, just the stand-up guy that he is, the father, the husband. You know what I mean? It's truly an honor, man, and it's inspiring. We got my brother in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Real GOAT shit in the building. It's them vibes in here, man. It's really like that. You know what I mean? The go back. Huh? Yeah. The go back. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this with all my soul, all my might. You dig? It is my honor and pleasure to welcome Chuck Indigo in the building.
Appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, love, peace, and hair grease. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. How you doing, brother?
I'm great, man. I'm great, bro. I'm in a great space, man. Great space. Happy to be here, bro.
You look good, man. You glowing?
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I think that just, like I said, I'm in a great space right now, bro. So happy.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah.
Man, where do we even start, bro? I think for where all the people been wondering, man, where you been? Let's start there. Just what Chuck been, man?
Shit, man. Just lifing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going through a lot of transitional phases, learning. You know what I'm saying? Had my son, so my second of two kids. And so just really doing that, bro, and just getting, getting some stability in my daily regular life. You know
for sure. Yeah. Hey, man, I came through for Friendsgiving, man. It was beautiful, man, just seeing the kids running around,
Facts.
Playing, man. Your daughter is growing up just beautiful, look just like man. You. Blue came out, look just like you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
appreciate it, man.
It's beautiful, man. Like, that's God, bro.
And likewise to you, man. Yeah,
thank you, man. Thank you.
With the fam, bro. Real talk. I always think that shit just crazy, like, to kind of look in retrospect and be like, man, we like the matriarchs, so we the ones like heading the fans and shit.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, it's tight.
I know it ain't just me, but man, it just felt like just yesterday, bro, we were like, kids. For the ones that may not know, man, I've been knowing this brother for so many years, man. We was like little niggas, man, like running around. We don't even know what life has in store for us, man. Like, just running around the neighborhood, two little knucklehead kids playing basketball, in the crib.
Getting into shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, man. It still make me laugh, like, thinking about, one of them days when, we was riding the bus and we almost missed it playing March Madness. Like, bro, it was just crazy, man.
Yeah, good times, bro.
Yeah.
Good times. Like, I wouldn't trade none of those times or moments and shit like that, especially considering just, like, how weird the times are now. It's like shit was just so much simpler.
It was different, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember, man, that was back in them days where it was like, if you fucked up and missed that bus, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Like,
because you missed the bus, you low key missed school.
It's over.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, mom and them gone there at work.
And grandma was a stroke. You know what I mean? It wasn't no walk. You couldn't walk there. You gonna miss half the damn school day.
We might have been third or fourth quarter. We heard that bus like, man, dipping off.
Left the game under there.
Man, we grabbed the backpacks, dipped across them yards, man. We caught him though. You know what I mean? Good track speed.
Man.
Man, transitioning from there, bro, and our foundation, you know, you started rapping, you started doing your thing, man. Coming up, you built a name for yourself, you built huge fan base, you had the success of Indigo Cafe, and reached them heights, man. Like, sky was the limit at that point. You know what I mean? What transitioned into that time and what like led you to like this project? You know what I mean? Because I felt like you literally had to go through some things to get to this place.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Indigo Cafe for me was like it was like a launching pad. You know what I'm saying? And in so many ways I feel like this project is too, but they serve similar purposes. I think at that time I had been rapping like for about 4 years, 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And like you know, a lot of the projects that I had released before then just were not, they contained elements of like who I was trying to be in the music.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't polished. Like it wasn't like none of them had been executed properly. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them, like I said, had elements, but none of those projects prior to Indigo Cafe really like, to me, embodied me the way that I wanted to be seen, to the point where like I felt comfortable showing it to people and saying, hey, check me out. This is what I sound like. You know what I'm saying? And so with Indigo Cafe, like that was the first time that like creatively I had an idea in mind, and kind of like just like keyed in on and locked in on that idea and trying to bring that world to life. And I think I did that successfully. Like listening back to it, I don't really have any like reservations or any like, you know what I'm saying, regrets about that. Like it is what I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? And coming off of that, you know what I'm saying, I had started getting like just calls from labels, like basic shit for real. Like, but at the time, that shit feels crazy because you're not really getting, you know what I'm saying. So having like labels call you and stuff like that was cool. And then we had like different little, you know, shows and stuff like that. And that was the first time I got playlisted and all this other different shit. So like different little cool opportunities were showing themselves to me, and it was just more of like a confirmation to me, like letting me know like that I was able, you know what I'm saying, capable. Then COVID came. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was like right on the butt of like, or right before we were about to start doing a lot of cool shit behind the project, as far as like, you know, opening for cool people and doing little small tour stuff, stuff like that. And so, yeah. Then my wife got pregnant. You feel me? And then I had my daughter during the pandemic. Well, she was already pregnant, but we had the baby during the pandemic or whatever. That was my daughter. And so then that was that transition of like just coming into fatherhood, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then like during that time, I wasn't really like, I was in and out of jobs, different shit like that, just trying to like do the whole artist grind. You know what I'm saying?
Still pushing the music.
Yeah. Like, and so we ended up moving in with like my wife's mom. We had lived with my mom for a little bit. We moved like in the last like a year and a half, probably like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so it was just a lot of like instability at home. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure that shit out, being a young parent. You know what I mean? Not really having like a set job or whatever or anything like that. And so dealing with that and just trying to having to like learn what balance looked like, what sacrifice really looked like. You know what I'm saying? And just having to learn myself and like refine myself. You know what I'm saying? I think that is what kind of like brought me to like the project I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Where just a culmination of all of the life experiences I'd experienced probably from like, you know, around the time this pandemic started up until now. You know what I mean? It was just that, just me kind of like summarizing those key themes or key like lessons I've learned and like putting them into the music for sure.
Navigating through that, man, can be a tough thing. Yeah. Especially when things seem plain. And I think at that point, man, y'all were going like chips all in on the passion. Because you had seen, at that point, you had seen, you know, fruit from your labor, like, you know, the seeds that you had planted at that time. Yeah. What sent you through that spiral? Well, what you were saying was sent you through that spiral, but what helped with like climbing out of that, bro? Like, when did it finally click? When did you really start getting outside of yourself and talking to yourself? Because, like, man, this project, it really feels like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It feel like you kind of had like an outer body experience and really coming back, looking yourself in the mirror, and really having that heart to heart. So it's like, when did that click for you, and when did you start to do the work?
I mean, so the work is definitely still being done, but I think for me, that process kind of started. I don't really have a time point. I just know that it was more so of a thing of like a realization that I had come to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what I had dealt with from a personal standpoint, and just on a personal, like, you know, like when I say personal, like a life standpoint, and then from like a career standpoint, like a lot of what I had dealt with were results of like my decisions. And a lot of it can be rooted in like this, like not, for lack of a better term, just not recognizing like your own duality. You dig what I'm saying? And allowing yourself to be bound to like one iteration of yourself or one instance of yourself to like. So the best way I can explain it is just like, it's like understanding that like life is not linear, right? And I was looking for like linear answers. I was looking for like, that's the answer, when like a lot of the times this and that is the answer. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until that I had to notice that, because a lot, like I said, a lot of what I was dealing with like was self-inflicted. But at the same time too, there were elements and aspects of what I did or what I was experiencing that was not self-inflicted. That wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? And so it was understanding to like coming to that realization like that both can be true. That like there are some places you fucked up, and there's some other places that you may not have done wrong again. And it's just more so like taking the time to like just sift through that and like you know what I mean, like analyze it. I think a lot of people are scared to care. You know what I mean? Like they're too fearful to give a fuck about something. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment something ruffles your feathers, you don't like it the wrong way. Okay,
I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. I'm cutting that nigga off. And it's that. And for me, I didn't want to do that because part of what I was experiencing stemmed from being done like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like having to learn how to give myself grace and give others grace so that I could learn the lessons I needed to learn and see what I needed to see. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And that's still an ongoing process. Like it's definitely still days where like I feel some of those same feelings and emotions and shit like that. But it's just like, you feel me? Just learning to be like, it's okay, that exists, but so does the opposite side of that.
Tell me about, we were talking on the phone, you know, when you dropped this project, because like, I think, man, you had sent me some of these tracks beforehand. And, you know, like I told you, man, like, when I first heard some of the songs, like the first song I heard was "Belief is a form of doubt," and hearing that for the first time, like as soon as the beat hit, like I told you, bro, it made me drop a tear. You know what I'm saying? Because just hearing what you were going through, you can hear it in the music. You can even hear it in like the textures of your voice. You dig what I'm saying? So when we talked on the phone, you were telling me about this self-love concept. I think it was titled Mbuku.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Could you kind of break that down? Because I feel like that kind of brings home everything of like what you were just talking about.
Yeah. And I could, please don't nobody at home tell me, but this is a summarized version.
Yeah.
Ubuntu essentially, it stems from a West African, like spiritual concept essentially, that I am because we are. You know what I'm saying? That like, that essentially you cannot detach yourself from the group. So if the group ain't doing well, then you ain't doing well, and vice versa. That you are a result of the community in which you represent and come from, and you know, and so is the community. In return, they're a reflection of you. You dig what I'm saying? So it's kind of like going back to that old, the you only as strong as your weakest link. It's that. It's literally that, the embodiment of that. And so, I think what we was talking about that day is kind of how like self-love is weaponized these days, where like it and people, and I one of the lines I say in the project is that these niggas only chasing dollar signs and scenic views, and it's like it's that that notion that a lot of what we chasing after ain't to make the world and the places that we inhabit better, but it's like only self-centered. You dig what I'm saying? And for me, a lot of what I had been searching for in this concept of love was how to like better myself for the betterment of humanity. You dig what I'm saying? Like, how can I be the best version of myself so that the world becomes a better place? You dig what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. And I think a lot of people weaponize that self-love today, which is like that's what we was talking about on the phone today. That's where "Love Me Still" comes from, like that song "Love Me Still," where I'm asking, you know what I'm saying? If I fuck up, will you love me still? Am I worth it? Do you love me still? You know what I'm saying? If I hurt you, do you love me still? Because it's this idea of like love is not supposed to. This is old saying. The people that love you know you and love you anyways, right? And it's like it's that for me. It's that it's not this perfect thing where you and I have to dictate the way each other show up in order to like love each other a certain way. Because to me, it's like the moment you put them barriers in to what loving somebody in, then it opens. It's a slippery slope. It opens up the door to like who the fuck can and can't have what and do. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so, like that's where a lot of just all of these emotions stem from. Is this idea of like love and communal love and just like restorative love. You know what I'm saying? Like a love that actually like helps people grow in a real way, not this love that's based on like you fucking with me when I'm treating you well, but then the moment I do something that you may not agree with, then you ain't fucking with me no more. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
I think I accidentally turned this up, but
it's okay. It's okay. We can rock out. Man, so with the project, if you know, you know, man. And that's, you know, like I said, that's out now. That'll be in the description. I'll make sure y'all go purchase it, download it. It's something beautiful for sure. But just speak on Believe that track. Yeah. Like, it's so special to me, man. Like, and you produced all of these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think people know. You know what I mean? You do the beats too.
Get at me.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, speak on that, man. Like, matter of fact, just take me through like how you created this project. Like, what came first? Because I felt like, man, you took a break in between. I don't know if writer block was a case in between of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
sort of. So, Belief is a Form of Doubt is the first song I wrote for the project. And like I said, man, I had been dealing with like depression and just not feeling like myself for quite some time. My son had been born.
So it was created around then.
Yeah, this whole project was done like a month ago. It wasn't. It's not like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying. But Yeah, my son had just been born, and yeah, like the feeling of happiness that I wanted to exist within me was there, but it felt like it was being like blocked by something. And like I knew what that something was, and it had been that same something that had just kind of had me bound. You know what I'm saying? For like so long. And yeah, I don't know. It was just one day. I don't know what it was that brought it about. It wasn't like a premeditated thing. I was just sitting there one day and I just was not having a good day. And something in my head was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And like, yeah, bro, I cried. Like a really good cry. I'm about to start crying. I almost start crying every time I start talking about it because I just remember that shit. Like that shit felt like a spiritual cleanse, bro. I just cried. I prayed really hard, like really hard. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was done, it just felt like I felt empty, but in a good empty. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like, oh man. And then like literally the first line of Believe is a Form of Doubt is what came to my mind first. And then I just kind of went from there because I wrote the verse before I wrote that, and I don't usually do that. I wrote the verse before I wrote. Like I made the beat, and I just kind of made the beat around the verse. And then after that, it was just kind of like, yeah, it was just from there. And I really don't, to this day, like I don't know where that came from. Like I don't know. I've never heard that, like, even though I say I heard somewhere, but I mean, I heard it somewhere because I said that shit, but I've never physically, like, I can't tell you where I traced that back to or none of that shit like that. Like that was just, but like, it makes sense to me though, because like, if you think of like what belief is, like, you know what I mean? The opposite of belief is non-belief. Right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But to believe something kind of low-key infers that there is a possibility that it might not be so.
Yeah.
But to know something, you can't you can't tell me what, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nick can't tell you don't live at your address or some shit like that. Or Nick can't tell you who your mama is or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's that type of thing. It's just like having, like, I had to return to that because there was a feeling of like, what if this don't work out or blah, blah, blah that I had dealt with for like a little period of time. And before that, it was always this knowing, like there wasn't a consideration, like failing and all that other shit just never crossed my mind because it's just like, I never considered it. It never was because it was like, that's not happening. I know the results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think just returning to that, like, because to me, that's like a supreme faith. Like, that's the faith. That's the way your faith should be. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have that crazy
it's
faith,
gotta
bro.
go beyond you believing, because everybody believes some shit. I think even when I even think people's like relationship with God exists in that realm of like people believe in God and believe what He can do. They just don't believe He will do it. You see what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like changing my mindset from like this can happen to like, no, like God, the universe, whoever is literally conspiring on my behalf to see this through for me to have it. So it is mine. It's happening. It has happened.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's kind of like that. That was like a declaration, like yeah, like fuck that nigga, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? Like know that shit.
You gotta
Claim
know you
that
him.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Man, I don't even think you know how much healing you gave to the people with just, you know, cleansing yourself of that and starting over new and feeling free with creating this project. The whole project feels that way. It feels free. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, yeah.
I was going to, you know, I'll just speak on this for a second, man, because, you know, like I woke up this morning and, you know, you may have days where it's like, man, you may not be as spry as you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a hell of a word, right?
Yeah,
college word. That's a hell of a word.
Hey, man.
I fuck with that though.
And man, I was just scrolling, man, and you know, I follow like The Rock, and he was kind of like walking, and he was talking about just switching like the mentality and operating in a state of like switching the mentality of like gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Like we wake up so many days and just be like, man, I got to do this and I got to do that.
Instead of
and
just
get to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's where the healing happens, because it's like, damn, when you really sit back and think like I get another opportunity to just do something. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I get to get up and provide for my family. I get to get up and do something that I want to do creatively. Like, just the opportunity within itself is special.
No, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
I just thought that was dope, man. But yeah, and that got me in better spirits. You know what I'm saying?
For
I
sure.
usually have to dig myself out of that, and like, it's always healing when I hear music that comes from y'all, because it's like, damn, you feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
it speaks straight to the soul, bro.
man, bro, I was talking to a homie of mine earlier. I won't disclose his name, but he's another artist. One of my peers, like here on the Nashville scene. And I called bro earlier because I was telling him, like, fam, like, your work ethic and your grind unmatched. Like, I know you're a star. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, but you got to put the same purpose and intention in the music that exists on the social media marketing aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Because I think, and even we was talking about this in the car earlier, like, there lacks, hip hop to me lacks duality. It lacks a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, like, everybody feels like you either on one side of the spectrum or the other. So if you're doing the trap shit, most niggas is like, man, I don't want to hear that conscious ass shit. Turn that shit off as soon as you talk about something. You know what I'm saying? And then every conscious person want a damn history book recited to them or some shit. You know what I mean? And I think neither one of those sides of the spectrum are, like, honest. I think they lack artistic integrity. For real. You know what I'm saying? And in so many ways, like, I feel like I've succumbed to that in past projects sometimes, in moments. Not like the whole project as a whole, but just in moments and times and certain songs and stuff like that, where my mindset is more so geared at, like, trying to portray this, like, wisdom or this, you know, moral high standing or some shit. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, like, showing up authentically as myself and just talking about my experiences. Because it's like, if I do that, somebody's gonna relate. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I had so many people come to me, bro, you shall find it's my life. Man. Just because I'm tired. I'm like, I mean, I know so many people can relate to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know plenty of niggas
took me
like,
back with them sleepovers, man.
Come on,
like,
fam. Like, you feel me? Like,
riding in mom's car,
on,
like little stuff like that. Listen, man.
Still got some cheeks. You hear me? Had homies pulling up in Hellcats, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Wrist on up. You hear me? It's like, I think, you know, a lot of artistic, I think a lot of art in general, it lacks that, bro. And then going even to what you're saying about what you were saying with The Rock and how, you know, switching the gratitude, switching the mode of gratitude. It's like, man, like, a lot of artists, especially here in Nashville, like, I think we miss the mark because our attitude is, like, not geared towards what all does exist. You know what I'm saying? It's nested in this idea of what could and should be. Yes. As opposed to, like, accepting and acknowledging and giving flowers to what currently is. You dig what I'm saying? Yes. I think, and even too, just also, I think it's implicit in, like, the effort that's put forward, that you can see who's grateful to be able to do this and who's not. You dig what I'm saying? And I think for me, one thing that I think people can sense with this project and sense behind just how my energy, as you know, lately has been that it's that, like, kind of coming, like, that getting over myself. Yes. You dig what I'm saying? Man. You can get caught up in that. No, it's easy to, bro. Yeah. It's easy to. And I think especially as an artist, it can go both ways. I was literally saying this to intro the other day, but, like, fam, like, as an artist, it's two sides of the spectrum. You could be either, like, pompous, like, you could be this overly confident. You think because you talented, people owe you some shit ass nigga over here, right? Or you can be, like, this, like, unconfident, like, you too much in your head to be effective thing. Yeah. Both of those things make you too full of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like on one end of the spectrum, it's like a snake eating its tail. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
man.
Think of it like it's like if you think so much low of yourself. If you ever been depressed before and you really like are going through some shit, you'll be in your head so much that you are all that you think about. You see what I'm saying? To the point that like everything, you think everybody knows your vulnerabilities and your downfalls and your everything, and you're not able to show up as who you really are.
Man.
And on the other end of that, you got the niggas who think they just all of that they think because they did this, and this, that was supposed to work, when it's like, nigga, you didn't do this, and this yet. You see what I'm saying? And wondering why shit ain't worked for you.
Man.
And I've been both. You feel what I'm saying? But more than anything, it's just like, I think once you really become like, when you really like step into like gratefulness and being like grateful about not only like the ability to do it, like the space and opportunity to do it, but like the gift that you've been given. Like, I think it changes the way you show up and how you show up and doing what you're doing. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And it's like, this is the first time in years, bro, where I'm like happy about music again.
Yeah,
about that shit,
bro.
and excited about that shit again. It's like, it's been so long since I felt like it. Even and that's even with the current state of music, where it's like a lot of popular music is kind of watered down and all that shit. It's like, guys, still, I don't know. I'm more excited than ever about this shit. So
that's and that's a beautiful thing, bro. And like, speaking to like that smile, man. I like seeing you release this project, right? For one, I haven't seen that smile since your show, like that Indigo Cafe show, and how big that was, and the accomplishment that you like, damn, I really did this shit. I really sold this shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Feeling like, man, I'm really walking in my purpose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I definitely wanted to speak on, like, honestly, how did it feel when you released this project? Getting the love, the respect, you know, the gratitude from your peers, man, and just seeing how like impactful your creativity is to this city. In a sense, bro, it revitalizes everybody else. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think they all could like relate to that in some sense, and it was more so like not only for like a cleanse for yourself, but I feel like it was like a call to action.
Yeah.
For like a reset. Let's reset this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I think it was needed for you to do that.
For sure.
So like, I'm curious, like, how did that feel, getting all of that love from all over?
This one felt different a little bit, in that this was the first time that like I had peers like calling me, you know what I'm saying, and texting me and shit like after it dropped. And like, yeah, just the reception wasn't this like watered down as like goat emoji,
yeah.
emoji. I know what that shit, but it was like some real like niggas calling me and reciting lines back like, bro, what is you on, bro? It feel different. It feel woo, you know. So that for me was cool, and it was just like confirmation or like just affirmation or whatever you want to call it. Just knowing it was affirming for sure.
Yes,
knowing that if I say what it is I want to say and be who I want to be, that it'll niggas gonna relate, like that. I don't have to rack my brain about that. Like, that's not something that I need to take time and try to take stock of. I think I just if I show up as myself and being completely authentic, the whole concept, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. That's what the reception has shown me, and that's kind of the feeling has been great. Like, it's been cool. I will say, part of me hasn't really looked for it with this project, because the goal or the intention behind dropping it was more so like to kind of reclaim my own creative autonomy. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of what I've done in the past and worked on has been in tandem with other, producers, artists, engineers, whatever. And I think for me, it was about just I don't know, kind of like, just reclaiming that identity creatively. Like, I have so many creative ideas, and I think at heart, like, I'm an artist's artist. You know what I mean? And that, like, even if I'm not that good at a certain medium, like, I get it, if that makes sense. Like, like, you can bring your creative ideas to me, and I understand where you're coming from, type shit. But for me, it was just this idea of, like, wanting to feel like I didn't have to put the brakes on for nobody no more. That, like, nigga, you can drop whenever, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Facts.
You don't have to consider anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes, it could be, whether it be you sending something off and you get to, you send something off for somebody's opinion and you trust that person's opinion, and then they come back and they don't give you the opinion you would hope for, and that makes you second guess your own shit and all this other shit. I think for me, it was like getting past that, because understand, and it was a lesson to me too when I'm on the other end of that, like to be like, because in so many ways, or what's that J. Cole line? If they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot them down. Like, in so many ways, it can cause you to, it can stagnate you when your support system don't feel like as supportive as you would like for them to be. But at the same time, it's like, support yourself first.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get out and push that car yourself first. Like, try some shit first, because at the end of the day, a lot of the times we dealing in matters of imagination, not matters of fact. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if I did some shit, if I have a creative offering that I'm thinking about sharing with the world that no one else has offered to the world, and I share it with somebody to get their opinion, and their opinion is a negative opinion, that's one opinion, dog. But to say what they say it's going to be the reception is a fact, it's fucking crazy.
Man.
Because it's their imagination too, just like yours. And I even Andre 3000 had one on his interview where he was talking about, he was saying one of his best homies told him, like, man, if you drop Hey Y'all, it's going to be the end of your career.
Yeah, like.
And it's one of his biggest songs. So it's like, it's one of them things, man. It's just like, man, listening to myself again and trusting myself, because I think over that period of time, I lost a little bit of trust creatively in myself, where like, yeah, nigga can still pen a verse, but a lot of the times, like, the only time they get penned is like off, like, basically like egotistical,
Let me get in.
Yeah, like, no, somebody asked me for a verse, so I know I got, I don't want to look like I can't get a verse off. Let me write this verse for this person, or like, but it was hardly ever for me. And so just getting to that, back to that space of like doing it for me, and then just like not being concerned with numbers and shit, because that shit is just, it's vain.
That shit could,
really,
that shit could make or break you, bro. Like, if you don't have your foundation right, your soul right with that, and you put too much stock into that, it can, you know what I mean?
Because this motherfuckers on,
it can keep you dormant, bro. Like,
it's motherfuckers with hundreds of thousands of listeners that cannot sell out. They can't bring 100 people to a show.
Oh yeah, you'll see for the ones that put that stock into those things, and it's no offense, I've seen where they may go to a place where they're not received as well. They'll humble them real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to them, they up. They got the numbers.
Yeah.
But, that's that on that.
Yeah.
Man, let me ask you, bro, like, it was really inspiring seeing you, bro, because me knowing you since, we were kids, man, like, you were always very talented, very gifted. You were able to do anything you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember you being like 9, I'm walking in your crib, it's medals everywhere and shit. Like, I'm like, who is this nigga, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a regular nigga. I play street football. I do this little shit over here, but this nigga, he got medals. He with the Nuggets and all this other shit. This nigga over here balling, man. You know what I'm saying? He over here got the nice form with the layup. You know what I mean? But I say all that to say, bro, it's like you never put any limits on yourself. And you were just naturally just gifted. Like, you could do anything, whether if it was, we played band together. A lot of people don't know we played band together. You play the saxophone, you can play the keys, you can play the drums, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously can sing, you can rap, you can do it all, man. But I see you now trying your hand at some new shit, man. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty inspiring to see. Yeah. I see the filmmaker Chuck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
How that's been feeling, man? You kind of dabbling in that, and has that gave you like a new win to? How's that feeling now with not only cleansing yourself and now becoming a fresh new artist? You still, fire with the beats, and then now you kind of dabbling in filmmaking and doing that.
Yeah, I think with that shit, it's definitely something that I want to grow in the space for sure. But that just goes back to the creative autonomy piece, like just wanting to express myself in as many ways as possible. I think in the past, the times I felt most stifled was because I was like being bound to one form of creativity, where I'm like, okay, I'm an artist, I rap, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, it took me a while to feel like I could sing on tracks and not feel like, you know what I'm saying, and not feel like less of a rapper or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
little shit like that. So I think, with the filmmaking thing, man, I've always been a fan of like cinematography and just like the way things look in film, not necessarily like plot and all that, but just I'm a fan of plot, don't get me wrong, but like more so like the way something is shot, to me, like sends it over the edge as opposed to like what the movie is about per se.
Has that changed how you watching like movies and stuff now?
Yeah.
Hey, it fucks with you, don't it? Because I'm looking at it.
It's hard to watch a movie and enjoy it because I'm like looking for angles. I'm looking for like where I don't know, like I'm analyzing that shit.
Yeah.
And but it's also cool because it's like I realize I'm becoming more of a student. Like, I do the same thing with music and shit like that. So, and then too, bro, it's like the biggest thing I'm realizing too, man, is like, especially as a creative, man, like, remove the barriers. You know what I'm saying? I think I think the book is Flow by Michael. His last name is like too many consonants beside each other. But it's a crazy ass last name. But the name of the book is Flow. And he has a quote in there that says, "Don't let a red flag linger too long." And it's like, like with those type of creatively, sometimes we come up with these ideas and then instantly we create barriers in our mind to tell us like why we can't do it. I don't have the camera, I don't have the equipment, blah blah blah. And for me, it was like, bro, quit fucking making excuses. Like, it's an excuse. Like, Drake even said it on Privileged Rappers. Niggas be making excuses, acting like they taking their time. Smack me in my face with that one, Aubrey, because that shit is so real, man. I think so many artists, man, and myself included, have suffered from just this like artistic ego of like making shit more than what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Content. Niggas think you got to get on goddamn and do the cha-cha slide or some shit to make content. You don't fucking have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or niggas act like you got to, whatever the case may be. It's like creating these rules, you know what I'm saying, to entry that don't even exist, that you are like implementing on yourself and boxing yourself in with, when it's just like, man, like, be creative and use all of these things to your advantage and to your, you know what I'm saying, to your disposal. So it's like, with me, I had always wanted to get into filmmaking, but like, I felt like because I didn't have a Sony FX3 or some shit that I can't get into filmmaking. Your iPhone shoot 4K.
Yeah, come on now.
Figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And then you get on YouTube and then you can start looking up shit and then you start finding little things. Like, I had hella people come to me like, bro, how you get your phone to look like that, bro? Just turn it on 24 frames per second. That's how you make it look. That's it. Your phone do the same shit.
That's
you know
facts.
what I'm saying? But I think it's a lot easier to come up with an excuse than it is to like work a solution.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be knowing the solution. Like, a lot of times niggas know the answers to what it is they want and all that, but you just refuse to do the work. You dig what I'm saying? And so, like, with the filmmaking shit, it was just like, man, I've been wanting to do it, bro. Do it, bro. Like, see that shit through and then, and just like,
work from there.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's all about seeing that through.
You seen where I started, bro. I started one table.
And everything you said you wanted to do with the pod, you did, and it looked exactly how you described you wanted it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I remember when this wasn't here. The black, the wallpaper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, bro. It's just about that, bro.
Bare walls in this motherfucker, man.
No,
like,
real talk, bro. And but that's what it's about, bro. It's just about attacking your creative urges, bro. Like, whatever that case may be. Like, I bought a sketchbook to get today. I don't draw, but like, I've been wanting to. I want to learn how to fucking sketch, so I'm gonna do that because it's like I am an artist, like, not a creative, artist. So and that to me doesn't have any like bounds, ain't no rules to that. My artistic license says I can go, if I want to go shoot a fucking short film, I can shoot a short film.
Yes,
if I want to make a beat, I can make a beat.
Yes,
if I want to sing a song, I can sing. So who the fuck is somebody else tell me I can't do it? You know what I'm saying?
No boxes over here, man.
Nah, for sure, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, too, I know I'm going on a rant, but like, it's so many iterations and so many examples of people doing that, bro. Like a prime example, and somebody who like I looked over them my whole life, but like they're like a huge inspiration now. Master P, bro. This nigga's a hood superhero. Nigga played in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sold drugs.
Yeah.
Owned a clothing line, sells fucking food, shit.
Cell phones. Did the movie, shot his own movies.
Come on, bro. And who
he doing
told him he
cereal now?
couldn't?
He doing all kind
Who
of
told him he couldn't? There's some niggas who hating and say, you know, Hot Boys, the movie was trash or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. You ain't got no movie.
He did it.
You feel me? And so, yeah, man, it's just about that. That's all the whole, anything creatively that you may see me do in the next whatever coming up that you have not seen me do, it's probably just a result of that. It's just like, man, I want to do that shit.
Hard, man. Yeah. Hard. I want to ask you, man. Now, this was only your hands on this project, bro.
Yeah. But my boy Cole touched it a little bit too.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Cole,
I want you to speak on that, like, because I don't think that's taken for granted. And that shows so much. It speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? When you pick a Coleman, a mix by Cole, and you come for a feature with Brian Brown, like, speak on that, bro. Like, What spoke to you to let them two come into your world with this special project?
Yeah, I start with Cole. So like with Cole, man, that's my guy. That's like, it's one of the few white people that I call brother.
He's like that, man. Shout out Coleman, man.
That's my guy.
Shout out Coleman.
That's my guy. I was in his wedding. Like that's my guy. So,
beautiful, man.
And he's always been supportive and just championed what I do. So like, and for me, that's always a big part of like whoever I get involved with what I got going on. Like if you don't like it for real on your own without me having to like sell it to you, I don't want you a part of it. Cause then what you have to bring to it ain't gonna be the same energy or whatever. So with Cole, I knew I just knew he would get it. I knew he would get it. He knew a lot about, the background behind what a lot of the songs is about and just all that shit. And I just knew he would be able to help me execute it. And he did that shit in one night. Like,
man.
Yeah, I pulled up on
him with the tag
2 weeks before or something like that. I dropped it and like, yeah, he did it all in one night.
Shout out Coleman, man.
And then with Brown, me and Brown, we go way back, man. All the way back to Margaret Maddox, East YMCA,
yes, sir.
Down to road. So
shout out
that's
BB.
my guy. And I had sent him this song when it was just a hook on it. Probably like, cause 94 Baby was the only song that like I had like that was intended for something else, and then I just kind of after I was ordering the tracks, I was like, wait a minute. It was gonna be 4 songs at first. It was 4 songs at first, and then I was like, nah, this Filth will need to go in there. So, but I sent him that a long time ago. He had just so happened to post about his new tape, BB Gon' Profit. Go get that on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
But BB Gon' Profit. He was talking about that and on Instagram, and I texted him. I was like, hey, let me get there, bro. Let me hear that. I'm trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes like I like hearing. Some people don't. I enjoy hearing the homie shit earlier before it drops. For me,
it feels special. Don't
it's
it?
A special,
it's
like
special.
It's
special.
A spiritual feeling behind it.
Yes.
It's just like, oh man, you was really doing something. And so, he sent me that, and I was just like, wow, like kind of blown away. So then the conversation was like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, I know, Indigo got some things on tip. You know what I mean? So I sent him the tape. And he was vibing with it, and he heard the last joint. I sent him the 94 Baby on the end of it, but I didn't have no verse on it yet. And because I had been asking for the verse on it, but I'm like, this is a great time.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was supposed to send you a verse back for this, man. So whoop. He pulled up the day that, I linked with Cole. That nigga wrote that verse in, 10 minutes, maybe.
He snapped. That boy is nice.
It was quick. It was super quick. I was just like,
sound like he got you in your bag too.
Yeah.
Like y'all feed off each other, bro. Y'all always like in each project that y'all have collaborated, like whether if that's the beginning of your career, you know what I'm saying, with Backwoods and Backstreets, you know, to From Here, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, now this, man, it's just like y'all feed off each other so well, bro. So it's like with him coming on there snapping, you know, music let my soul down, music save me, what did he say? Soul Child, music save me. Snap. He was slick. He was slick with it.
That whole first little scheme was crazy because it was an NBA street scheme. Like the whole, I've been bona fide, but I still make it straight. That's an NBA. I don't think people realize it's an NBA street scheme. That's just crazy. He went ballistic on that.
Man. And then it just sounded like it just got you in your bag, man.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. So funny thing about that verse though, and I'm sure Wade never said nothing to me about it. So I'm sure he probably don't feel no way. But Wade, good friend of mine, Wade Brown, he's an artist out of Huntsville, super dope, like cold as fuck. The nigga sings like D'Angelo and he raps like,
he's nice.
Raps like Black Thought or some shit, like a Southern Black. The nigga's cold. Anyways, he really just looked like Black Thought. The nigga cold though. But he had sent me a song a while back. I had put that verse that was on 94 Baby on there. But yeah, that song never came out, and I don't know. Like, I'm all about feel. I don't really care about the other nuanced shit. Like, if it sound and feel right, that's it. So, I was listening to the song, and that verse just started ringing in my head, and I started rapping it, and I was like, yes, absolutely, and it was more in alignment with what I was already talking about.
Yeah,
So I put that
like
on
that
there,
little scheme with the fatal, like fading away, like
coming
nobody
away with the Lakers. While you was playing 2K, you could have made your 2K.
Man, it was nice, bro. Like that was a special song, and you know, just how you layered the harmonies and stuff over the special, dog. Special. Took him to church, man. Man, I think, I don't want to ask you what's next from here because I want you to kind of bask in this and like let the wind blow you wherever it blows. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You don't know. You gotta take your time, bro. You gotta take your time. But what I will ask you though, bro, is like, I ask a lot of people this because I feel like as artists and creatives, we're all like superheroes, man. And I want to know what's your superpower, bro. You know what I mean? I know for me, my superpower is the ability to be able to empathize, sympathize, and to communicate with others. Like, I feel like that's my gift. That's what God blessed me with. That's my superpower. You know what I'm saying? To be able to sit down and have a nice dialogue with the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know,
that's a good,
it could be anything, bro.
Question.
Grace is another thing for me too. I think that's another superpower that I possess.
Sick.
Grace.
I would almost concur with you there. I think
Talk to me.
That may be one of mine. I think the other one would just be I think my I guess my spirit or my like the way I tell the truth. I think sometimes I say it and people get offended. But most times though, I think most times when I say it, even if it hurts, I think people understand that I don't.
You're not wavering.
That even though my assessments are harsh, sometimes that my judgment of somebody is like non-existent. Like I don't treat nobody different based on what I assess. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of goes in line with that the grace thing. But it's just like, you may not like what I said, but you still know that like I'ma love you.
Facts.
Even if I said like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you bullshit, nigga. But I love you though. You know what I mean? And so that's always been my prerogative. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. The truth I tell the people, whatever. I don't know how you want to put that, but yeah, I just feel like I'm honest and people respect it.
That's hard, man.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. Man, I don't know. I don't think I got anything else I want to ask you, bro. Like, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
we definitely got to lock in some more.
Oh,
you know what I mean? We're going to talk about that off camera. You know what I mean?
Tell him, man.
Yeah. Five, let you go.
Yeah.
Is Wemby, is he a generational talent?
Absolutely. First of all, let me say something.
Okay, talk to me.
To the people at home. Let me say it and let you know now, because we 3-13 any fucking way, so it don't matter. I've been a Spurs fan my entire life. This is not some shit that I just am jumping the bandwagon with. We ass, but my boy Wemby is out here. Going to the game on January 2nd to see my boy play the Grizzlies.
Nice.
How about that shit?
I might have to slide that way.
He's a generational talent. I don't think people realize that's 7'5" shooting, dribbling, and running up down that court crazily. And he averaging 20 and some change and ain't even trying. He ain't even clipped the iceberg.
When he dropped that 38 on the Suns, I was like,
come on, bro.
He's like that. But look, let me ask you though, do you think he that's my only little knack at him is he down in that paint, bro. Like when he down in that paint, get a little beefy down there, bro. He gotta, pause. But
that was crazy.
That was crazy
work. That was crazy work. Get a little beefy down there. That was crazy work.
That was sick. My fault. My bad. Pause it.
Yo, pause, B.
But man, I feel like he gotta get a little bit of weight on him though, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you think about Giannis came in with a similar frame, right? Mm-hmm. He's Giannis now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But Giannis also wasn't averaging 20 as a fucking rookie.
Crazy. So
we saying this man need to get weight on him. He was averaging a dub and 9 rebounds and 8, like 6 blocks or some shit like that. It's it's different. It's different. I think he'll get some meat on him. I think we need like
that was crazy too, low key. He'll get some meat on him. That's right. Got him. Got him. We hit this boat together, baby. We up. But go ahead. Continue your thought. Oh man, hey, that's crazy.
They used to have me thinking about this shit like, he's gonna get some muscle.
Yeah.
And he'll be ready.
Oh man, that is great,
hey,
man. Look,
you funny as hell.
Hey. Man, listen, man. I appreciate you, bro. You are important to the culture. I don't never want you to forget that, man. You are a GOAT here. You paved the way for a lot that we see out here now. Continue being you. Continue with your journey, bro. Just know the path is yours. You know what I'm saying? It's for the taking. Continue leading the way and doing it your way.
Appreciate you.
You know what I mean?
Much love.
Appreciate you, man.
My nigga.
Appreciate you. My dog for life.
Yes, sir.
I want you to get any shout outs off, man. Shout anything out, man. Like I said, man, we're gonna have the project down in the description, man. Y'all make sure y'all go buy that. Man, got some merch on the way.
Yeah, it's on the way. It's coming.
Hey.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's all on the way.
It's gonna be pressing.
Go get, if you know, EP is out everywhere. Hit my Cash App. It's $Chuck Indigo if you'd like to donate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Mixed by Cole. Shouts out to Brown for being a part of the project. Shouts out to Lost and Sauce Pod for having me today.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yeah, man. Just big shouts out to anybody supporting me out there. Shouts out to my wife and kids. And shouts out to Big God, man.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Chuck Indigo. That's an Eastside legend right there, you know what I mean? Huh? Yeah. Man, do you want to play another track, bro? We can play anything, man.
We can play Love Me Still, man.
Let me still. Oh man, that's perfect. I was finna, yeah. That finna be my honorable mention, man. I love that. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, man, follow me at Sauceville615. Follow Lost and Sauce Pod. Make sure y'all subscribe to Out East Network. Don't play yourself. I see some of y'all coming through watching and not subscribing. Don't make me get on your ass. I'm gonna put that bet on your ass. I love you though. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Get that subscribe. We finna play Love Me Still by Chuck Indigo, man. I want to thank you for your offering to the culture, brother. Yes, sir. Till next time, We out.
Oh, can I offer something? I want to say something. This is
Talk to
some
me.
very random shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna give somebody some lessons. You might not be able to see it on the camera right now, but there's a candle right here on this table. Okay.
Yes.
Give you some sauce. All right. One, before you relight your candle every time, clip the wick down. Keep the wick. You notice how big your flame is?
Yes.
So that makes your candle burn really, really fast and harshly. Okay.
I
You
got
want to do
that.
that. Two, the other thing is, remember, wax has memory. So the first burn that you have on your candle is the most important burn. When you burn it the first time, let it burn all the way across the top before you blow it out. Because if not, you ever burned your candle and then get them little wedges on the side where it's like part of it high,
Like
part
a
of it
little
low.
dip. Yeah.
That's why, because wax has memory. So if you probably didn't burn it all the way through, burn it all the way around and make sure you cut your wick every time. Your candles will last you at least like 2 weeks.
My man. A little bit of game, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
It was random as fuck.
Hey,
If you know, you fucking know.
yeah. Hi. Yes, sir.
Straight up.
Let's run it, man.